What's going on?
Hey, how about that? Yo, you're not dunking on it. You're not dunking on it. Right.
Don't worry, I'll come back. Okay. Oh, that was
Caribou, and welcome to the Uhuru Community Training Center. Right now we're going to give you all a walkthrough so you get a chance to see what our facility looks like. In this area, we call it the gathering space, and in this space, the students do things like African drum, African traditional dance. They also do different activities where it requires a larger space for all of the kids to get together. Because we're a community center, we also do events like Zumba. We also do classes like Pilates. We've done a few paint and sips. So it's also a space when the center is closed for the kids that we do activities for the community. All right. Over here you will have a place where the kids eat their lunch. And if you see that the furniture here is actually made out of barrels, but it was made by local Tanzanians. So it's very unique, and we make sure that we support our community. So everything you see here, even including the drums, everything has been made by local Tanzanians. Inside here is our kitchen. And in the kitchen you will find my assistant, Ms. Steinley. And she does everything to make sure the kids have everything they need. She plays the role of the nurse. She plays the role as the caretaker here, and she's also my assistant.
Hello, I'm Salaam. I work here as an assistant. Welcome to Uhuru Community Center.
Let's take a tour down the hallway. Right here is just a lavatory, it's a bathroom. If you see the work on the walls, all these were also done by local artists. This is one of the ones we actually did when we had a paint and sip. So this was actually done by one of the students who did one of our paint classes. All right, in this room, it's actually my husband's office, Mr. Abdul. He's also one of the instructors here. This is also one of the instructors. He's our African history teacher, Mr. Bami.
Walimu Bamadeli, Bami. I teach here. I teach a class on African culture and re-education. Been in Tanzania, in Salaam, specifically for 2+ years. My goal is to instill a sense of sovereignty and self-love in our youth, and whether that be through courses, whether it be through games like this, like chess, or just be through conversation. So that's why I'm partnered with Uhuru, because they've been that community resource, you know, and that meeting place for, you know, minds that are serious about, you know, the liberation of our people.
I'm Abdul Malik. How y'all doing? I am the co-founder of Uhuru Community Center. This place that you have in the beauty to witness is where we do come together as a community to demonstrate what we're doing, to demonstrate that we are serious, to integrate education. That's the first resource. Make room for our children to blossom and be fruitful in Africa. So that's me, a small piece, you know, and it's a community project. Everybody's welcome. It's an opportunity for us all to come together and build. We're not talking no more. This brother here, his education here at the center, we're really building something. It's a pleasure to be a part of it.
I know.
I really like kids.
This your home too.
You feel me? They can come back. They don't want to come back. Why you think they don't want to come back? My mother said, man, I ain't lose nothing after. You know, I ain't lose nothing.
They've been gone too long. They forgot.
Yeah.
The memory fade along the day. Like they even did an experiment on children. I remember this. I thought it was a perfect analogy for Africans. It was like psychological experiment. They took children and separated them from their parents for like 2 days. Just 2 days. These was like little children, like 3 years old. Then they sent the parents back, and when the parents was coming through the door, it took the children a few minutes to recognize their own parents. Yeah, and they was basically trying to study maternal attachment, you see? And I was like, so if you can keep a child from their parent for like 2-3 days, and then their parents come back and they have to pause to recognize, what happens when you separate people for 400 years? You see?
It becomes genetic.
It's like you don't even, it's not even when you recognize them, you still recognize them.
Yeah.
You see it's African, they're still like, right?
Yes, and in this room, my husband does hip-hop production class, where they actually learn the background of music, all types of genre, understanding why they like what they like, and just breaking down the basics of music. He also does a cryptocurrency class for the students, and it's also a hangout when the kids just want to relax. Alright, we're going to head up the stairs. So now we're entering the second floor of the building, and actually upstairs is where we house our classrooms. And so we'll give you a tour of the classes. Here's classroom 1. And in this classroom, we do Swahili, we do geography, African geography, and we also do Tanzanian civics. Okay. And this is one of our teachers. Her name is Miss Katrina. So she teaches beginner and intermediate Swahili, and that's a class that we teach every day.
Okay. And do you guys also teach it, like, let's say I wanted to come take Swahili class?
We do. On the weekends, we do offer classes for adults, or even people who are not part of the program. She does offer classes on the weekends.
Okay, right on.
All right.
That's great to know.
Asante. Karibu. Here, I would love for you all to take a look. We have an art class that happens every Wednesday, and all the work you see here was created by the students. So we have a lot of artists in the program.
See, these are beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some really amazing artists.
Yes.
And we give them the freedom to do what they like to do. All right. In here is what we call the student lounge, where they come and do small instruction, or they just want to come and study, or they want to come and get some homework done. This is the student lounge.
Okay.
We have smaller classes, we divide them up, and some of them will be in this room and some will be in the other room. Come this way. This is our classroom number 3. And this is for more of large group instruction. So in this classroom, we'll do the things like Mr. Bami Dale's African history class. We'll do science, anything that involves the kids working together in a larger group. We do writing presentations here. So anything that has the kids when they're all together. And all the desks that you see, everything that you see here is actually been handmade by Tanzanians. So this is not something that you would buy in the store. This is actually crafted by local Tanzanians.
It's a way to support and give back.
Yes, exactly.
I love it.
Now I want you guys to really see something that the Uhuru Center is super proud of. This mural that you see here was created solely by the students.
Wow.
So everything that you see on the wall was painted by the students. Each of them had an opportunity to paint something that represented themselves.
Yeah. Like, you better. You better. Look at that, you guys.
And it didn't matter what the students picked, they chose what represented them. So some of them who love pizza or gaming, or one of my students who said she's loud, so she put the one there. My son loves basketball, so here's the basketball with the heartbeat. But this is called Free Your Mind. And Be You. 100% done by the students.
This is awesome.
Inside here is my office. So this is where I get my work done. The students can actually come in here and relax as well. So
So it's a very free, very open.
it's very free, it's very open, yeah.
Nice.
And right now the students are actually on their lunch break, so that's why you don't see them around, but they're outside having a good time, so.
Peace and light, families. Families. Girl, it's
already
been, when I tell you,
What is that?
it's been a minute since I've even made a video, you guys. Peace and light, what's up? It's Traveling Sista, and I am so happy to be back. Like, first of all, y'all know I've been gone for 3+ months. You know, just getting my life together, getting my things together and living, you know, trying to cultivate some better, more quality content for you guys, which is exactly why I'm here. I don't speak unless spoken to now, you know what I'm saying? If I don't have anything on my heart to share, then I'm gonna lay low, but I have something on my heart to share, something that I have been admiring from afar, people who I've been admiring from afar for quite some time. So I'm here at the Uhuru Community and Training Center with Sista Free right here. So just introduce yourself a little bit.
Hi, my name is Free Shabazz. I am the owner, co-owner with my husband Abdul Shabazz, and I'm also the director of the center.
Right on, you guys. Like, what you have here is truly amazing. It's beautiful. It's much needed in this community. First of all, I just want to get a little background on you guys. Like, where are you originally from?
We're originally from the DMV area, so people who don't know, that's Maryland, Virginia, DC area.
Yes, Virginia.
Yeah, I know. I already knew.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, so really, like, what prompted your move to Tanzania? Of all places in Africa, what prompted Tanzania?
Well, what happened was, we know all the things that happened in America with the 19 situation, and we just were not, you know, wanting to be a part of that.
I hear it.
We just knew some things about it that we didn't want to be a part of. We already had a desire to come to Africa. So that whole scenario just gave us our push to go.
Right.
And so what we did was, we found out that Tanzania was one of the only countries that was not going for it.
Okay.
So we did our research. Originally we were thinking about going to the Gambia, and we had looked at Ghana, but when the situation happened, we saw that Tanzania was standing up like,
Right.
And so it was a no-brainer for us.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So how long have you been here?
We've been here for about a year and 8 months. We left January of last year.
Okay.
We sold everything, gave everything away. We only came with 1 suitcase apiece.
Wow, that's
with a
awesome.
family of 5. So
Okay.
everybody had 1 bag. Everything else we sold, and whatever we couldn't sell, we just gave away, and we hopped on the plane.
That sounds exactly like what I did. Like,
Yeah.
I packed it down to 2 suitcases.
Yeah.
But like, I was
Right.
out. That's so awesome. So when you were formulating your plan to come to Tanzania, did you have the community center in mind?
No, actually I didn't. My husband, who, he's the head of our household, I'm just taking his lead.
Right
so
on.
he was like, we're gonna make it happen. He does cryptocurrency, so that's been sustaining our family, like,
beautiful.
That's what's keeping us here. So I'm just following his lead. So when we came, we pretty much just really stayed to ourselves. We saved money. We got to see what was going on in Tanzania. We saw mistakes that people were making. We were like, okay, let's just keep an eye out to see what we don't go wrong.
Right.
And then January come, we renewed our year. And then my husband asked, well, what are you thinking about doing as far as, a business now? Now we kind of know what's going on. We've seen, and the first thing that came to my mind was a community center.
Okay.
I've always been an advocate for community service, and I've been a teacher in the States for 17 years before we came here.
Oh, wow.
So that was my career in the States. I was an elementary teacher.
Okay, so it kind of aligned.
Yeah, and then when I came here, like from the States, I was used to doing things like yoga. I was used to doing things like having a place like the little paint and sips where the community gets together, and I didn't see that here.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a lot of people, you can go out to a restaurant and you can meet people, but I didn't see anything, in one place where the people can come. And so it was a no-brainer for me to be like a community center.
Right.
That's been a staple in the United States for any community to have that place where people can come and get together, get resources, get help. So that's what I did.
Okay. Okay, so what did that process look like at first? Like when you came out here, was it a culture shock? Was it, did you feel at home? Was it somewhere in between? Was actually, like, before you answer that, was this your first African country to come to?
It was.
Okay.
We had never come to any countries in Africa at all, so this was our first experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And when we touched it's like an overwhelming feeling of like I'm home. Like even me being an educator, like the things that I read about in books, I'm seeing Messiahs walking around, and like it's just a feeling of being like you can take a deep breath. You know what I'm saying? Just feel like I'm home now.
Yes.
So that was the feeling I think for my whole family. And we came in January. It was winter where we came from. So when we get off the plane and the sunshine just hit us, it was like
hot in January too.
It was hot here. It was just like wow. It was just a beautiful, it was a beautiful feeling.
And just to see black people,
yes,
just nothing
everywhere.
That was the biggest thing for me.
I agree.
It was
I
ain't never in my life been to a place with so many black people, because just like y'all, this was my first time.
Yeah.
When I stepped off the plane, this is my first time coming to Africa. So it's just like, wow, look at all of us here.
I know.
She looked like my auntie. She looked like my cousin. I went to school with her. Yeah, like
and you just automatically fit in. You're not walking around feeling like I don't fit in. Like even though
that's how I felt too, man.
Even though we were new here, we just felt honestly at home. Like how you reach that place. If you haven't reached that place yet in your lives, when you reach that place that you say this is home, even though we were new, that's how we felt when we got here. Like this is home.
Yeah, it was a sense of familiarity that I found. Like when I got off the plane, I felt comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I didn't feel. Exactly. I felt like a tourist.
Yeah.
So that's exactly how we felt. And that was for my whole family. And I have 3 boys. So I have a 2-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 21-year-old.
Right on.
And so I was really worried about, how they would adjust. But when I tell you that it's been even better, than
so
how
they've
I
taken
could
it
imagine.
fine?
Yes, it's been even better. Like people think, well, what are my kids going to do? Like, no. And what we created was a place where the kids can get together, because a lot of people say, well, what about the kids here? Like we have a whole, like my son's out there playing basketball now. Like there's a whole community. That's what the center was created for, that people can relate when they get here, because people don't think about how the kids feel. We've uprooted them as well.
Right.
We've taken them from their friends.
whole social lives.
Right. We've taken them from what they know. So the community center has really been the anchor for kids to come and be like, wow, like I see people I can relate to.
Right.
And so that was really the goal for the Ajima Day program, is what we're having here now.
Okay, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
So how long were y'all here before you decided to like get the ball rolling on the center?
After, like I said, after our first year, that's when we decided, you know, what can we do now for a business? Like I said, we really, you know, I saved our money. We kind of laid low just to observe what you should do any place you go.
Absolutely, that's why I'm
find
trying
out
to tell
what's
y'all.
going on first. I know some people that have come and, you know, they went running and they're like hitting a brick wall because it's like, oh, I didn't know that. So we made it very intentional to sit back, observe, you know, see where people did things right, see where people did things wrong. And for us, a lot of people had an issue with their business licenses and things being like, we were lucky and blessed to have friends who gave us a good lawyer.
Good.
So we had everything done as far as our business license and our corporation, like within less than 10 days.
Good, and that's really how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
That's the flow of how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Like when, of course, it's going to be different because my husband is Tanzanian.
Right.
But when my husband and I opened our business and got our license, 14 days.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
And a set fee. You shouldn't have someone telling you 2 weeks later, I need some more. I need some more. We had, my husband talked to the lawyer up front and said, what is the cost and what is the time frame?
Right.
And he was able to tell us the cost and the time frame, and it never wavered.
See,
and so it was really smooth,
awesome.
and that was a true blessing to have a smooth transition. Because I was concerned about that. So many people have gotten caught up with their business license, for months, still having an issue. And so that was a true, you know, blessing to have it so smooth.
Right. Yeah, because you know it is difficult out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and they see us. Sometimes, let's be real, they see us as foreigners, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And like, yes, we are all brothers and sisters, but like, you know, you guys, like we have to come together on that. Like, please don't do it to us. Please don't do us in like that.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
Because we're really out here trying to build lives for ourselves, uprooting our whole lives, our whole families and things like that.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's important that things like that go smoothly, and I'm so happy it did for you guys.
Yeah, it definitely did. That was one of my major concerns. But like I said, I feel like when you're doing the proper work, when you know that the flow will come, and that's exactly what happened. Like, it was just a smooth transition. And our intentions were really for the community, mainly for the kids, especially with me having a teenager. So the whole program, like you'll see, like we always have events here where the kids get together. It's because I just really want them to feel included as well. Sometimes we forget them. Like, we just pick them up, you know, we pack them up. And you know, and it's hard for them.
Absolutely.
So this has really been a place where the kids can just come, you know, relax. They see friends that they know, and it's just really been working out well.
Yeah, and like it's so awesome because when I came here, what was it, the day before yesterday, I walked up to the building. They were in the drum circle. They were dancing, you guys, and just the feel of it, and everyone. It was just such a high vibrational moment. You see what I'm saying? Because
it's all the time here. Like, you really can tell what the intentions are. And the kids here, you know, they feel so comfortable. That's exactly what you feel.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, even though we're in Tanzania, like, our program is one of the only programs that actually does African drum and dance.
See,
I'm expecting in Tanzania for it to be, you know, everywhere. But no, it's not in, you know, any of the international schools, not in any of the public schools. So that is one thing that's really unique to our program.
Yeah, and you know, it is surprising, you know, when you pointed that out the other day that, yeah, now that I think about it, I don't see that in the schools. You see?
Yeah, and we had Tanzanian, you know, teenagers come here that are my son's friends, and they don't know how to drum. You know, like no traditional, like they haven't been taught that, and we're expecting like they're going to get, you know, they're going to get on the drums and go for it. And they're new, just like the kids here, and it's like, wow. So that was very surprising for me.
Yeah, and it's drums everywhere too. You know,
I was really surprised. I thought that the locals, you know, the students or the kids would be acclimated in drumming, but no.
Yeah, so. And you know, it's a thing, and that's why it's important that we have community centers that bring both sides together. Exactly. You know what I'm saying, and bridge those gaps that are, you know what I'm saying, in between both of us. Because, like, you know, you saw they probably thought we knew some other stuff that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So to form those connections, and it's in Mbezi Beach, in a community. This is not like, you know, outside of the community. No, this is in the community. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel is a great thing that you know, you build a community center in a community, you know,
Right.
and what I really admire also is you guys' curriculum. Can you tell me a little bit about like what the kids learn while they're here?
Sure. So what we have for, it's actually called the Ujima Day program. So what our curriculum consists of is a combination of what you would call unschooling, and also letting us teach the kids things they need as far as life skills.
Right.
So we still do things like math because the students will always need math.
Yes.
We do things like literature because it's important. You know, reading is #1 fundamental. We do science because it's hands-on. We do African geography. We do African history. We learn about Tanzanian civics. So those are our main core subjects because those are just things that we need to know in general.
Yes.
And then we also do things like we have a hip hop production class where the students are learning the fundamentals about music. They're learning about song form. So it doesn't matter what type of music you listen to. Like, don't get caught up on hip hop.
Right.
Understand that every genre of music started somewhere.
Yes.
Why do you listen to what you listen to? You know, we let them learn about rhythm, so they learn all about different types of things in music in general.
Like music theory kind of.
Yes, a music theory, but we call it hip hop production because the kids can relate more to that.
Yeah, exactly.
We also do a cryptocurrency class that my husband, those are both classes that my husband does. He does a hip hop production with the kids and he does a cryptocurrency with the students.
Now that's so important.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like just the way that our world is moving, the way
Yes.
that technology is moving with the blockchain and everything, and you guys stay tuned. I'm gonna have a special sit down with the brother as well. But like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, to teach that in school,
to teach the youth that.
so important.
We also do home economics because we feel like, I know growing up for me, it was something that only girls did, like boys did wood shop, girls, but we really want our whole youth to be acclimated on how to iron a shirt, how to put a
Right.
button on, like it's
How
not
to
just
boil an egg.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You know, and so we're just touching on basic things, life skills. So it's not just for our female students, but we want our young men to be able to, like I said, what if you're living alone? I want
Yeah.
you to be able to take care of yourself. I want you to be able to, you know, iron a shirt or, you know, just the basics. We're not going into depth, but you want to be able to self-sustain yourself in any situation.
Absolutely.
And so that's what we're teaching them.
Okay, that's very important, very, very important.
Yeah.
What are the age limits right now, or not age limits, but what ages do you cater to in the school?
Right now we're doing ages 12 to 17.
Okay.
Only because honestly, it's easy to find something for the youth, you know, the little ones to do. You know,
They're easy. They can have a box literally and just be
Exactly.
fine. Like,
But really to have the teenagers engaged is what we wanted to do, the preteens and the teenagers, because I know a lot of people who have actually gone back to where they came from because their child couldn't adjust.
Yeah.
Like, my child is miserable here, you know, he doesn't have any friends. So I really wanted to touch on that age group.
yes.
Because the need is so great there.
Right.
And so that's why we specifically catered to that age group.
Okay,
Yeah.
right on. And so I know you touched on this a little bit earlier, but this is also a community center. So like during the weekends, you have other types of events, and like even though the school caters to ages 12 and up, what if I want to bring Zora? Zora's 4 years old, you know?
So the weekend is a completely different atmosphere. We do have classes for all ages.
Okay.
Including adults. So you will see that we'll have things like Pilates class, we'll have Zumba class, we have Afro beats, which is a non-traditional African dance. We have a singing group for the ones who like a singing class for the kids who like to sing. We have paint activities. It's just what we know as a community center.
Right. That's
And so we have things for adults as well. Like we've had movie night for, you know, we've had date night. So we have all type of things of,
that's so cool.
right, of what a community center would be. We also have a chess academy. So we have Swahili lessons being done on the weekend. So it's just a lot, it's just open to the community. And also we've had people who have ideas like they want to do a class, but maybe they don't have a place to do it. So we've opened up the center where you can rent a space for a small fee and do your class. If you want to do juicing, if you want to do teaching about, you know, essential oils, like we give the community that space to share their talents as well.
So essential.
Yeah.
To, you know, and like, to be honest, I've been here, December, we'll be coming on 6 years. that I've been here, and I haven't seen anything like this.
Exactly, and that's how I felt in my 1 year. I'm like, something is, where's that
Missing.
place? Where's
Exactly.
that place? And so we wanted to create that place.
And the beautiful thing is like everything that I picture when I think of a community center.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything that you need in a beautiful environment. Y'all got mango trees, y'all got papayas out here. Y'all have a place to just chill outside for the kids. The kids are playing basketball right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's everyone together and everyone just being
Like a melting pot.
Yes, I love it. You
it's
have kids.
definitely a melting pot.
I've heard English accents out there. I've heard African American kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the diaspora.
Yeah.
It's the diaspora. Like, we out here, you guys, and it's what's really beautiful and actually very profound is that y'all did this. Y'all have done this, like y'all, as in them, out of their own pockets by themselves. Financially, they've done this. They've built this community center from the ground up. Everything in here is from them. You see what I'm saying? And like, you guys, I know as soon as I get the link, I'm personally going to be donating. But is there a way that people can infuse what you're doing and help build what you're doing?
Well, thank you so much for that, because actually there is a way that you can donate. And actually there's a need for donations right now. Originally when we came out here, once you see the walkthrough, like everything in this building, including getting the licensing, including paying the staff, everything is coming out of pocket. The students that you see here pay very minimal, because we know it's a service for their parents. You have a safe place for your child to be while you go out and maneuver in Tanzania so that you can get what you need done. But actually, we are running into financial issues now because we have poured in so much to the community that it is a danger of closing. So that is the plea that we are needing right now, is for donations to come in. Any amount is essential. We even are interested in doing, if people will do like a pen pal, like maybe from kids from different schools.
That's cool.
Can relate and talk to the kids here, so we're open to different ways on people that can donate. But right now donations are really essential to keep the doors open, to keep the program continuing.
Right on, you guys. Like, so I really do urge you, anything, like I'll get your link, that's going to be in the description section and everything, but absolutely, because I personally didn't know that that's what they were doing, that it was out of pocket. And that right there, that just goes to show you how serious people really are, because let's face it, sometimes people don't have the best motives, but this is all of their energy. This is all of their finances. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we wanted to show. We wanted people to see that there are still good, things going on in the community. People do still have good hearts. I know many people in the States, like, you'll donate to things like, other large organizations, and you don't even know where the money's going. Right. But we're here, boots on the ground. Like, you can get a chance to see us. We're in the continent of Africa. That we are helping the community, and this has also been a haven for also people, like, if they become displaced. So we've actually had a few homeless people here. That it's just become that place, like, so if someone has asked, like, I need your help, free, we need your help, it's always been a yes. And so now we're asking, because we pour so much into the community, if now, we can get a refill, and so that we can continue to pour. Yes. And that's exactly, what our
guys is. They've assisted diasporans and Tanzanians, in that fashion. So, like, it's not only diasporans, like, you know what I'm saying? They're a true community center, and I just love it because you represent what community really is. Like, and oh my God, like, what y'all are doing is so amazing. I'm getting chills, for real.
Thank you. Yeah. And I truly appreciate that. And honestly, like, the name Uhuru comes from freedom. And so we actually had a son that passed away whose name is Freedom. Okay. And so it's actually, a tribute to him. And the fact that this place is free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we want people to come here, like you said, with the kids, they can go hang in my office. You know, like, we don't really want it to be a place where they're feeling excluded from anywhere. You know, so they can come in here. If they want to talk to my husband, they can come and hang in his office. You know what I'm saying? So while we have this community center, we really want people to know that it is a place to come where you feel free. When you walk in here, like, we don't discuss things like religion or politics, because we want people to understand that everyone is welcome here. We respect everyone that walks in the doors, Tanzanian, American, from the UK, it doesn't matter. Like, we really want everyone to feel welcome here, feel, you know, at home here. And I think most of the times when people say when they hit the doors, like, you can just feel the energy.
When I tell you,
and the intention that we truly put into this program.
And seriously, I really, when I came through the gates, you guys, I'm telling you, I felt it. I was just like, hold on, what is this? It was beautiful. Seriously, I can't express enough gratitude for what you guys are doing and have done. Y'all have done so much for the community, and
thank you
know, I just want, this is the type of content that I want to put out. And y'all say, oh, Travel Sister, why you be waiting 6 mango seasons to put out stuff? Because I want to put out content of quality and things that, and I want to showcase things that the diaspora are doing here, things that Tanzanian people are doing here that's impactful. We don't need to see another Mlimani City video, you guys. We don't need to see, you know what I'm saying, even though those things, yes, they are helpful in their own lanes, but, like, you know what I'm saying, let's elevate above that. Let's show what, you know what I'm saying, what is going on here, because a lot of people in the past said that there wasn't community. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, it's been a lot of fragmentation in the community out here, as well as other diasporan communities across Africa. Like, let's not just say it's Tanzania.
In the States, everywhere.
Come on, you know what I'm saying? But things like this are important to show that, hey, we have seen that there's a problem and we are doing everything we can to rectify it. And now we have community. We have a place where people can come and show up as themselves, a safe haven for us. You see what I'm saying? And it just makes me feel so full, honestly.
Thank you. I truly appreciate that.
You guys.
That's the goal.
Yes.
That's the why. So people say, well, what is your why? Truly, our why is community and the kids.
Right on.
And so we've had opportunities, you know, to do interviews, but we've, like you said, for us, we feel when we're led, because it's not about that. You know, we really want to make sure that the people's intentions are good. And so that's the importance. And so when we met you, we just knew, honestly, you're one of the reasons why we came to Tanzania as well. Like, we were watching videos of different people.
Gratitude,
and we saw that, like, you kept it real. You know what I'm saying? You let us know the highs and the lows, and you were just genuine. And so to have you here is a blessing. Also,
right on. Thank
Brother
you.
Bami, who's a history teacher, like, you all were the main reasons why we came to Tanzania. So to have you all in the center is kind of like full circle.
That's, what did I say the other day?
I know. So I'm grateful as well. Like, our family is grateful. Like, she's truly been one of the reasons why we came to Tanzania. We like that, sister. Like, you know, we don't want all the fluff. We want to know the real deal.
And we don't got time for that.
We came prepared because of you.
Oh,
so I'm grateful to you as well.
I'm grateful to y'all as well, because, you know, like, I'm glad that y'all resonated with the content, and you know, that it is helpful, because
it's very helpful. It's very true. Everything that she's told me, because, like I said, if we came listening to some other people, we'd have been here like la 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 la, you know, in la la land. But you really kept it true, and all your content is that way.
Right
so
on.
I'm so grateful as well.
And as it will continue, you guys. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
She definitely does.
It's a love thing. This is love, like, for real. This is love. You know. So you guys, I mean, I think that kind of wraps up the interview. Do you have anything else you want to say, sis?
No, I just want you all to know that if you're ever in Tanzania and in Mbezi Beach area, you are welcome at Uhuru Community and Training Center. You can do what you do to help us keep the doors open. truly and honestly, it's for the community and it's for the kids, and that's why we do what we do.
And it's on Google Maps, you guys. I wanted to point that out because, like, you know what I'm saying,
Google Maps.
letting me right to this door, like, so you know that's a good thing. It's not hard to find and everything. So
and then we can actually put like our Instagram up, because I really want you guys to see what we're doing.
That,
we hear a lot of times and say, you know, okay, that's what she said or that's what he said. Like, you can actually see how we're feeding the community, how we're doing different activities, and we're involving the youth in actually getting their hands into helping the community. So we're very transparent in what we do. And you know, we have a reference, you know, you can see what we're doing. We have a YouTube channel. You can actually just see what we're doing and see the work that we're doing.
Yep, there you go. And that's how I connected on a deeper level with you guys. I was just scrolling through the Instagram like, dang, look at that. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely link that in the description section as well, and even put it on the screen so you guys can like go follow, support, you know, all of that. So yes, this was a great interview, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. I don't know whether I'm going to put it before or after or during, you know, whatever, but I hope you guys enjoy and, you know, just see that this is something profound, and I'm very, very proud and honored to be here with you guys.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So Caribou.
All right, Caribou, and you guys know what it is. I love y'all. Peace.